My Sisterhood sponsors Education Matters.
What do you like doing at school?
If you want to say something, you can put your hands up and you can wait.
Do you get in trouble with the teachers?
No.
Never.
Show me. Painting. You like doing some art?
Every child should have the opportunity to achieve their best at school, develop personal and life skills, and make a successful transition into childhood.
So, today is a very special day. We're here at Swiss Cottage School in North London, which is a special needs school. Very different to the schools we've looked at so far, with the preschool and the primary schools of an Islamic faith. So, let's go on a journey together. Hi, my name's Neil Reynolds, and this is Education Matters.
My name's Kay Bedford, I'm the principal of Swiss Cottage. When the school opened, it was an amalgamation of 3 schools on this site. We had 75 children and 35 staff. Here we are with 230 plus children and 200 plus staff. And over that time, there have been 5 Ofsted inspections, all of which have been outstanding. And each time the school has been a better school. And so we're looking for our 6th outstanding in the next Ofsted. We've also changed the range of need. We've moved into a new building, we've absorbed another school, so there's been big challenges along the way, but Swiss Cottage always steps up, and it's just an amazing place to be, and I'm so proud of the journey. When we started in 95, most of the children had moderate learning difficulties. That means they're developmentally delayed. Severe learning difficulties are more developmentally, and profound are even more. So it's about development and learning. They make progress in very small steps. So that's why we have 3 different curricula, because what's appropriate for our children with moderate learning difficulties is not the same for the children with profound difficulties. And our provision is wrapped around each child. It's a very personalised offer, and we can do that because we have so many staff, essentially.
Who's this? Mohammed, yeah. Tell me, what do you like to eat?
Cake.
You like to eat cake, that's right. Anything else?
Croissant.
Croissant, nice talking. My name is Rosanna Gooder, and I am a teacher at Swiss Cottage School.
So I would ask you what's a normal day for you, but I doubt if you actually ever have a normal day. So could you describe an average day here?
Yeah, so it's very active. I think that's why I enjoy this job, because every day is so different and not normal. We do lots of different tasks in class and out of class. We work a lot on life skills, work a lot on generalising the skills we've worked into the community and the real world. What did you have for your lunch? Lunch. Mohammed had?
Fish.
Fish and? Chips, yeah, favourite.
Can you tell me, why do you need so many members of staff within one classroom?
Often students can present with quite challenging behaviour. We do need a high level of staffing in case they need support to manage their behaviour. Also, some students find it tricky to engage with activities or to transition from space to space, and therefore it's supportive to have additional members of staff. Personally, for me, the most important part of my job is preparing these young people for the outside world, the real world. And so as much as we can do here, I want to make them as independent, or help them to become as independent as possible for when they leave Swiss Cottage. What do you like doing at school? Show me. Painting. You like doing some art and walking. What else? Show me. Brushing teeth. Yeah, that's what we do in the afternoon. And show me. Wash your face. Yeah. And show me. Pen. Yeah, you like doing some writing. And cutting. You were doing cutting this morning. And your favourite? Do again? Swimming. Yeah.
There are a lot of staff here, and it would be easy for children to become dependent. So one of our big issues focuses really is to make children as independent as possible. So there's a whole life skills programme.
We all come to work and we all work hard at teaching these students, and it's the little things, especially today, that was the first time they did that activity independently, and just seeing what we're putting in is having such an impact. And especially working with parents, and parents saying at home and school they're communicating, or they're doing things that before they weren't sure of, and so it's really good, that's really rewarding to see.
My name is Margie Salin. I've got a son, his name is Suleiman. Right now he's still very illiterate. He can't really read nor write. He's learning slowly. But we've been here in this school for 3.5 years, just only 3.5 years. And he has improved quite a bit. But he's still struggling with reading. Writing is still quite, it's like all over the place. And he still cannot tell the time, count, yeah.
When a child gets a place at Swiss Cottage, so does the family. We don't just work in isolation. What we want is what we do in school to be carried on at home, what happens at home to be carried on in school. So it's that seamless connection. Many of our families need support, and we're very happy to provide that support. So we really encourage them to join us in their child's learning journey.
The thing is, whatever the school will tell me to come for any meetings for the sake of my son, I'll do it, because I need my son to get as much as he can over here, because like coming here 3.5 years is kind of late, because my son is now 17 years old and soon he's going to be 20 years old. Then he wants to be alone. So whatever I can contribute to the school, I would do it. The school has done so much for me, so much for my son, and this is how I need to repay to the school, to make sure that that I appreciate what they have done for my son.
This is an internationally renowned school, recognised as being world-class in the provision of learning, research and development for children with complex learning needs. It is one of only 10 schools nationally that has been consistently rated as outstanding since Ofsted inspections began. There are great teachers and fantastic facilities, helping the children of all ages to learn and to live as normal a life as possible.
So I'm here with Eileen Koenig, who's head of upper school here at Swiss Cottage School. Eileen, hi. I've noticed that the classrooms here on the upper floor are all of very prominent people throughout history. Could you tell us something about the reasons behind that?
Yes, we tried to think of names that were age appropriate for our learners for our classes, and then we came up with famous people who had actually contributed something to humanity. A lot of them are peacemakers, and our pupils participate in things like Peace One Day. And so learners and staff came up with a list of names, and we chose the names according to the list that we've got. So we've got peacemakers, and we've got people like Richard Attenborough, who appeals very strongly to some of our classes.
Excellent. Do the children actually know who these people are?
For the pupils who can, yes, they do. And in classes like Martin Luther King, they've got it across the top. There's saying across the top of their classroom, and it's part of the thing that they do with that class as part of their communication work that they do.
Excellent. So obviously they don't do national curriculum per se here, but do they learn about the history behind these people as well?
They would learn a little bit about the history if they can do that and they understand it. So people like Mandela class, yes, they do. And they also look at the quotes that these people have outside their classrooms, and they sort of things to aspire to.
Very exciting. Well done for remembering your partner's news.
Teachers at Swiss Cottage are both engaging and inspiring. We caught up with Louise Williams in Badger class to find out more.
From her partner then. Really well done, Hannah.
I'm Louise, and I'm a class teacher in Badger class, which is a class in the lower school for children who are aged 10 to 12.
Okay, right, here is our timetable today. Can I have someone to help me read it out?
Register, question communities, play, speak out, stay safe, lunch, assembly, golden time, play, big draw, home.
So you've got a very busy day, but a very, very fun day today.
Some of these children, most of their difficulties are to do with communication and kind of other learning difficulties as well. And then AS is autistic spectrum, so we have 4 learners in our class who are on the autistic spectrum.
We have time for one more, and I know, Christina, you really wanted to tell us about your news, so do you want to share with everyone? Off you go.
I have great news that my grandma's turned me up. Okay. Have sleepover tonight.
So your grandma is picking you up and you're having a sleepover, and how is that making you feel?
Happy.
It's making you feel very, very happy, and I can see by your face a bit more than happy, maybe a bit excited.
What's your name?
My name's Blight Bexer, Down City, their pet shop.
And what's your real name?
And what's your real name?
Call me Xena.
Christina, yes, she's a character. She is actually fairly new to the school. She arrived in September, and she's made amazing progress since she's come here. We found she's had a really positive impact on all the children in our class. Because she entered as a new child, it's kind of forced them to think about how to make friends and how to welcome someone in. So we've really seen that it's kind of everyone's social skills have progressed.
And I want you to come up with a sentence about the cat now.
I think for me and the team in my class, we just find it an extremely fun, endlessly fascinating environment. We learn so much from the kids, so I think that's what I get out of it the most.
Dancing on the
So my name is Laura Fawcett. I'm a PMLD class teacher and a teacher mentor at Swiss Cottage School.
Why are all the lights turned out?
So a lot of our children have visual impairments and they find it quite difficult to concentrate if there's lights or lots of sound going on. So if we cut the lights out, then that's one less thing for them to focus on, and it just allows them to really get stuck in the lesson and not be distracted by any of the senses.
A game that looked fun, a game that looked cool. Was it croquet or was it pool? Hedgehogs chasing round and round, hear them rolling on the ground.
Watching you guys in the classroom, you're clearly teaching the children fairy stories like Alice in Wonderland, but in a very different way. Yeah. So who designs those?
So I write a lot of my own sensory stories. That one was given to me by another colleague, but I always try and do a singing story because it really encourages the children's responses and listening skills and interaction skills. And they always concentrate on working on the children's senses, so we might have lights for them to track in class, or different sounds for them to listen to, and different textures for them to explore and feel. So the story is not just my word, it's a whole body experience with the stories.
Good girl, Summer. Can you feel the splash, splash, splash?
You'll see the children lying on, they look like planks of wood. They're called sound boards and resonance boards, so any sound that we tap, it vibrates through their body and works as a speaker really, so they feel it and hear it a lot louder. And the children are always very responsive. You'll have seen Summer smiling a lot because she can really hear the sound of the music really through all of her bones.
A great big hat with a man underneath, a mouse in a teapot, a rabbit with teeth, cups and cups of tea galore, we're all mounting on the ground. A game that looked fun, a game that looked cruel. Was it croquet or was it pool? Hedgehogs chasing round and round, hear them rolling on the ground.
People tell us that you must have a lot of patience working with children with special needs, but I never think of it like that. I've never not wanted to come to work. I get so much pleasure working with these children. They're incredible children that you can get so much out of them from. They're so motivating and they just give so much back to us, and it's just a pleasure working with them every day, interacting with them and just seeing those tiny steps that they make and their little parts of progress just make everything completely worthwhile.
They're all learners, they're anxious to learn, they're keen to learn, they're creative, they want to develop. The children are the heart of this school and everything is wrapped around them.
Getting out of bed is very easy to come to school because working with these children is just wonderful. Being able to make them laugh and smile and just seeing those relationships build between myself and the children and the staff, my wonderful team that work with them every day, it's just, yeah, making sure that they're happy and well and just getting the most out of life and enjoying school.
So I finally come to the end of my day here at Swiss Cottage School. And you may not be able to see it externally, but internally I've been on a massive journey of emotion and positivity throughout the day. And I think it's safe to say that here at Swiss Cottage School, education really, really does matter.
My Sisterhood sponsors Education Matters.